Alrighty then, into cash. Look at that timing. Never been better. And I'm joined by Janko, by the way.
Hello, James.
Hello. So we've got, we always used to say, sometimes used to see that from SK on buy round, but let's talk about the kills for the time being. Trades coming in, 2 men down per side. Bomb in the middle area, moving into what I thought might be a B split, but in fact there's a bit of an about turn towards the A site. Flash coming in, that won't stop the push. NAFLY backing up, trying to put range between him and his opponent. They're splitting up the T's. That's not going to work out for them. Gobby getting taken down. tabseN on the high ground. His last man standing now versus 3 players. NAFLY needs to stay alive so to make sure that no bomb plant is possible. tabseN looking to get himself to 1 versus 1s now. Double peek comes in, gets the first headshot, but almost in perfect unison, the second headshot comes in as well.
Optic had an interesting pistol round, I think it was Pro League finals, where they had 5 players on mid, James. And I'm not sure if all 5 players were on the roof.
On what side? CT side?
CT side.
Everyone in, okay. How did that work out?
The T's went 5 players B, and Optic made a successful retake.
Oh well, as one does.
That was the most awkward thing I've seen in my life, probably related to Counter-Strike. And I watched a lot of mouse games, James.
Indeed,
a lot.
Indeed, you have. You and me both, Janko. Peter's got 1550 in the bank. This is a man who knows how to save for an AWP with armor. Something which is absent in European Counter-Strike for the most part at the moment. So what is your plan, NRG? You've gone for a force buy. You've got 3 players in A. tabseN walking to his untimely death in the middle area, maybe expecting a gap, but there's no gap. 2 smokes down, and safe passage has been made. Optic playing for the retake. mixwell on the high ground so far, so good with the MP7. Rush coming in with the UMP, can't get the same work done. Flashes, the bomb will get planted though. There's a Molotov onto NAF. He's making his way over. FugLy with all of 4 HP. May succumb to a grenade. No, it will be the headshot. Gobby will fall as well. Just the 1 player taken down for Optic. They won't be too concerned with the bomb plant. After all, it's all about winning the rounds.
Yeah, it was a half buy from NRG. Left some money in the back, but I think they will buy in this round regardless. Because if they've got a kill more or 2, then they could force to reset Optic, but this way they should probably just buy Tech 9s, a couple of grenades, try and get the bomb down again, keep pressure on the economy of Optic if possible. That way they can reset them when they actually get the guns.
NRG reinvesting. They've invested, they've made some money, and they have reinvested. 4 smokes on this occasion. I mean, they can invest some money to win a round here. They'll have a buy regardless, whether they plant or not, whether they win, whether they lose. Obviously, if they win. Can they do some damage?
Seems like they want to end the round on B. They have 4 smokes, 2 Molotovs. Molotovs probably for the site. Smokes for CT spawn. Heaven. Seems like they want to throw a smoke at the exit entrance into B main.
They could go for a checkers take. They've got the Molotovs for it, etc. They would flush Tarik out. They would drive him out like a gun dog in the woods. Molotovs for the site as well. And in fact, they're going to smoke Tarik from his position. 2 players for the CTs in the checkers area. This might get quite interesting. Will the T's venture in there? I think sometimes, well, going back to it in a minute, we've got basically three CTs in the checkers position. Peter entertaining. This is a very novel strategy coming out from NRG. They're losing players, but again, they've got the bomb down. Gobby alone. And yes, it's a matter of time before the numbers game will outdo him. Now, a lot of the time, I feel like T's can get stuck making their way into the bomb site, going either going into checkers or falling to players in the checkers area. But that was quite nice, smoking off both areas, so it was less of a concern. It would be suicidal for the CTs to go through that and also put them in a perhaps surprising position. But anyway, NRG on the buy with extra utility thanks to those bomb plants.
And Tarik with the op. It's not mixwell or NAF for the CTs. And he is alone towards the B bomb site in checkers. holding the angle. This is good from Optic. They actually smoked off B by themselves. That way it's not as obvious that there's an op on the other side. And Tarik will still have the advantage once the smoke clears.
You know what the term is for this?
What?
A false sense of security. There is no offer towards B. Oh my god, there's an offer towards B. FugLy though still holding very passively for the time being. And again, Peter, the danger man for the NRG side. The most consistent danger man, I would say. Gotta be careful though. Ooh. They were not expecting it. What is that? Peter, please! An advantage retained for the NRG side. FugLy still looking towards the B bomb site, and there's still aggressive smokers down from the CT side. So what did NRG do? They have 50 seconds on the clock. They've got a man advantage, and it seems they will head towards B once this smoker's gone. Maybe having a read that there could be one person on the B bomb site because of these smokes.
They need to make proper use of their utility, because if they just run in dry against Tarik, he will have a good opportunity to defend the bomb site. It's like it gets a kill on Stanislaw on the flank. He's burning. James, he's burning.
Okay, Tarik, what have you done, sir? I mean...
Get those 1Gs up, boys.
Well, that is an unceremonious defeat of Tarik. I mean, I can only guess that he's holding his angle because he's waiting for someone to peek based on the flames, but I think he held his angle a little bit too long there.
Yep. And props to NRG for making good use of their utility. Actually, you would be surprised how many teams and players don't use the nades they have and just decide to run in. That pretty much secured the round for them.
Got grenades, use grenades, win from grenades. And indeed, now it's FugLy over on the B bomb site who has the LWP, and Tarik has changed things up.
Tarik, you had your chance.
Yeah.
You're done now. Give it over to someone who actually knows how to use it.
Peter, how do you... I find this area tricky to deal with as an AWPer and squeaky door, so curious to see how he deals with it. Again, this execute to take checkers, which is becoming more and more common. Tarik in the vent, with the vent unbroken, he has to crouch to see through it properly if he's playing the close angle. Not everybody does at the moment. No one down just yet. Well, FugLy will be the first to go. That smoke comes in a second too late. Crossfire for the CTs in the middle area. NRG may be headed in that direction. Tarik repositioning, but where does he want to go? Surely he wants to exit mid, or maybe he wants to cover the high grounds. Goppy's up there, looking for information, but there are 35 seconds left. NRG have no significant map control, and they are a man down. How long are they going to mess around in the middle area for? Down goes Goppy. tabseN looking completely in the wrong place, looking for Tarik, who becomes bait. So now we have a 2 versus 5 situation. 18 seconds on the clock as NRG start to move towards the site. 2 CTs in the smoke. LEGIJA going around. The bomb's got fallen down as well. This is a disaster for NRG.
I think NRG was very surprised by the fact that NAF had the AWP. I don't think they were expecting Optic to have enough money to buy one, and then they were a bit lost because they wanted to go towards B, had no map control elsewhere, and Optic had a good setup towards that mid area. I'm a bit surprised that they didn't just go B regardless, just smoke off CT, because they saw Tarik in vents as well, and it's unlikely that there would be 3 players waiting for you. That there would be a 3rd player actually in the site itself. But they made a different call and didn't work out for them.
Despite only having 1 round on the board in NRG, we'll have a buy. The 4 AKs, the UMP. LEGIJA towards the squeaky door. No AWP onto Peter. So Goppy with the UMP will be holding the long range.
We can see that this time around Optic decides to go for a more passive setup towards mid. They know that NRG wasn't as aggressive. As we see, mixwell bail himself out with the P250 after he misses the shot, but an A execute is coming in for NRG.
Oh,
now
dear.
a missed smoke.
How on earth is that
Or
possible?
is that the smoke for sight?
Oh, okay. That makes sense. They've left that open. I don't know why they've left it open, though. Because it's causing them problems. 39 seconds left. They're actually got the man advantage. tabseN with a very forward position. Is he expecting NAFLY? Seems he might have a read for him. And indeed, that's going to work out lovely. So, despite having an open smoke towards Car, NRG have only lost one player in this situation. There goes Tarik as well. So it's the CT's time to have that reset economy, and their money's not as good as NRG's was.
Seems like they were caught in the middle of nowhere. They did let go of mid and then had two players on high bay, as we can see here, but weren't expecting NRG to be that close already. So NRG is able to gain ground, tabseN towards the CT spawn as the smokes are flying in. mixwell was very, very close to finding an angle on them, but in the end he was forced to fall back. As we see, Optic in their eco round are pushing A main for info, grouping up. Say eco, they actually bought up pistols and armor. This is a big risk, obviously, a gamble. They get the information, but NRG unfortunately is already on the other side, on the other bomb side. Secured all the positions, getting the bomb down. We have LEGIJA watching the flank. And he will see some action coming his way. And as he gets absolutely wrecked by the 5-7 of Tarik.
Of course.
Peter now has the range advantage with the AWP. FugLy is there as well. I'm not sure why they're moving so aggressively towards Optic's players. They have the bomb down. Sounds like their economy is great. They dropped the AWP as well, but I think tabseN should be able to recover it. Nice tap onto Tarik. But still, there's no reason for you to go for those kills. Just, you know, maybe just let Peter hold a very passive angle from which he can withdraw over to CT. Why would you give away your rifles and your armor for their pistols? You can let them save that and play another round just like you did.
That will probably remain a mystery, Janko. Got to be honest with you. Maybe we will never understand the reasons for such things. Well, this is a...
I think still players are just too lazy, basically. Too undisciplined, and, you know, obviously it's a lot more fun going for fights with players with pistols and armor, but you should look at the big picture. Every round matters, every gun matters. That way you can have more room for mistakes. Not just mistakes, but also, obviously at some point your opponents are going to outplay you, and when that happens, it's much better to have a gun round after that where you can outplay them in return and reset them than to be forced to go on an eco or a weird force buy with pistols.
So far, so good for the most part on this anti-eco. No Molotovs for the site, though. Maybe they would have more utility.
NAF is there with the AK, though. Can't do much.
Not anymore. All right, then. We have a tied game, 4-4 on Cash. And Optic might have some shortcomings with their buy. If they can be short on the helmets and get more utility, then that will work out well. NAFLY on the AWP on this occasion. It's great that we've already seen in 8 rounds, or less than 8 rounds, 3 different people AWPing for the CT side, because that means that they can, for example, play the spawns if they have good ones, if that's what they want to do. They've got that forward smoke towards the B-bomb site. Actually, it's a normal one. Ooh, the boost comes in. But Peter's ready for it.
Just slightly too late for it. Peter comes just in time and spots Tarik getting boosted. As NAF was actually trying to go aggressive there. Gets caught up completely by the flash, and that's B-side for NRG.
What do Optic do in this situation? mixwell moving around the smoke outside. Stanislaw by the vents. There's FugLy, but he can't get anything done. Stanislaw, though, cannot get back out of the vent, and that might be a safe situation for Optic. Rush is still over towards the A-bomb site. NRG racking rounds up quickly at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, this round Optic played into their hands pretty much on the B-bomb side. It is weird though, I mean, at times how it can play out. I'm not really sure why they didn't go for that boost immediately if they wanted to. It did seem a bit delayed, and that gave enough time for Peter to go into the sunroom. But yeah, an interesting setup. It was a 2-2-1 setup, 2 players on B, 2 players on mid, 1 on A. But just a cheaply given round.
Nice shot by Peter. Not much showing of his opponent, but enough. And that is going to cause yet more problems for the Optic side. 5-4. So far, so good for NRG. Looking good on their T side. Significant advantages over the Optic Gaming team. And even if Optic are to eventually claw a round back, which doesn't look likely in this particular round, NRG are going to have loads of money in the bank. So Optic are going to need to string a lot of rounds together. And they'll need to do it surviving in the numbers. So far, so good on this occasion. Got to be on a low ground, can't get anything done either. They're streaming in one by one, and one by one they will fall. mixwell repositioning. And again, he will be the bait in this situation, but they can't do anything but take the bait. Unanswered frags, and mixwell a 1-by-1 ace on the A site. No trade frags from NRG.
That's unfortunately the problem with these tier 2, tier 3 teams where you would put NRG. It's mistakes like these. You know, there is a clear clear plan what they want to do, but the execution is so sloppy, so disjointed. Players coming out one by one. Before the smokes even pop, a player is dead. Then you have LEGIJA coming out of Squeaky, but no teammates coming out from main at the same time. And mixwell with that Soul Rifle and Kevlar basically got 5 duels. Not even duels, players weren't really shooting at him or aiming at him. And it was such an easy round in the end for Optic.
The situation was terrible for Optic. So, given a free round somewhat by NRG. Good start from GodB though, he's taking control of the middle area, but what can NRG do with this? I think there can be a habit of North American teams loitering in the middle area. This is a very simple retake from Optic Gaming. Nice abuse of the smokes. NRG going for duels now, being harassed. 2 versus 4 all of a sudden. They got the first pick in this round. Rush going for a push through Squeaky, shutting LEGIJA down, leaving FugLy alone, unable to get on the boost in time. Got the bomb. One of the stronger players on the side, aiming-wise. Has a lot to do here.
Rush. Too much, one would say.
Rush towards quad, mixwell towards highway. The flashbang will tell a story. mixwell making noise on the ladder. Nice spray by FugLy, half his health remaining. And he's got all kinds of flanks on the way. All kinds. Ooh, hello. 2 more to find, 9 seconds though. He needs to get the bomb down. Is anyone telling him that he needs to plant the bomb? 5 seconds, the bomb site's on fire as well. He does not have time to plant the bomb. That is an unceremoniously painful way to end that round.
Yes, it is, James. Yes, it is.
5-6, Optic Gaming in the lead once again.
Again, it's bad smokes. Like that smoke that GodB actually threw that smoke in connector, and it had a gap that Tarik actually used to kill him in return. They again had a good round, an advantage in the round, but just gets picked off afterwards as they get cleaned up in this anti-eco round. I think they should probably try and stick to a set execute, a set piece. Maybe try that towards the B bomb site again. Because when they're split up, when they're scattered around the map, they're it's much more easier for Optic players to pick them off.
3 players in the middle area for Optic. Could be going for a fast boost. GodB's looking for it, but how long will he wait? Stanislaw, there's no guarantee he's going to peek straight away. Of course, he's going to peek straight away. And get the kill. It's very different to European Counter-Strike. CT would probably just be crouching there for a very long time.
Or at least be flash 10. But the thing is, like, GodB has to get that kill. The point of his position is waiting for that boost, and if someone comes to get the kill, he fails to get the kill. and that's a big hit to NRG's strategy in this particular round. That's the problem. When you go for defaults, as this round is a cleanup for Optic, when you spread around in a default, it's extremely important that none of your players die, because you're not actually moving aggressively for map control, you're just holding for pushes, waiting for the CTs to spend their utility, and holding to get map information, try to get a read on their setup so that your in-game leader can make the correct call into how to try and end the round. And if someone gets picked apart by any sort of aggression, or, you know, just by making a mistake of some sorts, that's very detrimental, because you are spread around. That means you lose map control. That means you're forced into a play that for something that you didn't really want to do. And that becomes a problem. That's one of the most annoying things when you call a default as an in-game leader and one of your players just dies by being maybe over-aggressive.
Another round bites the dust. Optic Gaming, after a shaky kind of mid-half, if that is even a term, looking to finish solidly with a potential 10-5. Although NRG are indeed back on the bye, and at this point they have maximum loss bonus, and their bye is pretty damn good. Peter looking for an early peek. And again, we've got that smoke in on the CT side. Stanislaw from out of nowhere, RKO style, taking tabseN down. Tarik looking away. He's up to some shenanigans. Optic feeling confident. Surely this is a kill for Tarik. How does FugLy ever get anything done here? There we go. 4 versus 2. NRG, all their success has disappeared. It's dissipated. It's gone up in smoke. Not like the Raptor. Boost from Optic. This has been a violent end to the first half, but it's still anyone's at this point. Optic don't have the personnel to have good coverage of the site, which is somewhat obvious. Peter and LEGIJA, the last two. Holding formation, but for how long? Will Optic... Ooh, someone surely heard that scope.
Yeah, mixwell heard that.
That is a scary pre-fire. 33 seconds, NRG. It's another situation where you're going to have to run to the site in the end. LEGIJA coming out to do what he can, but he had no idea where mixwell was. And of course, he'll get the last kill as well. 10-5 for Optic. Pretty good score for them, don't you think?
Yes, I think it's a very strong scoreline for Optic Gaming against NRG on the map of Cash, ECS Season 2.
Finals in Anaheim. Tickets available at anaheim.csgoleague.com.
Yes, even tickets for free if you're a student.
Indeed.
Limited number of them, though.
Just require your ID to confirm you're actually a student. Once I went to the cinema and I asked for a student ticket, and he asked for my ID, and I said I lost it in a helicopter crash, and he gave me a student ticket. LEGIJA over towards Highway with the flashbang. Can he get around the corner fast enough? Indeed he can. Got information for his team in the meantime. Tarik's being taken down towards the B bomb site. Where will the bomb go though? Stanislaw making his way towards CT spawn, but LEGIJA will take him down. Russian mixwell. Got to be careful. There's a potential crossfire there for the CT side. Peter now in a forward position towards B. NRG looking good for the pistol at the moment. Rest of Optic streaming in. Need to play fast round, but the bomb has been dropped. Peter checking his 6. Nobody's there. And there's another one tap for him. And another one. Lovely stuff from Peter. 4 kills for him.
Sick round from Peter. And that's something they need when you're down in the first half, especially because they're all in LAN, sitting one next to each other. You need a good round from an individual player to, you know, hype things up a little bit, get some momentum going. That's probably the best way for NRG to start mounting a comeback into this game.
Morale boost, perhaps.
Exactly, as we see Optic go for a force buy without a single nade, James. I'm not sure that they're going to be very much successful. As I say that, Stanislaw got the entry kill on Peter.
We'll see what else he can get. FugLy with a dangerous position once that smoke starts to disappear. Pop flash himself in. And there we go. But how does he get back out again? Tarik is looking for him. Holding the angle there. But now FugLy, oh, he's got 11 HP. If he can just stay alive here again, he can be the looming threat I say that there's only 2 NRG players left in this situation, so something terrible has gone terribly wrong for the CT side. Got beat towards the car. He has a lot to do. A lot to do. FugLy, he's got 11 HP, making his way out of the server, perhaps. Got beat, no kit, versus 4 players. Does he even try at this point?
Nah, he's gonna try and get some kills and save. I was talking about that hype, getting some momentum going, starting that comeback, the good pistol round from Peter. All of that. Dead now, of course. All hope gone. You lose the second round. Everyone's depressed. Everyone's sitting in their chairs, laid back, silent. Just waiting for the game to be done. That's the feeling, James. That's how it goes. Just silence. I don't want to say this is a mistake from Peter, but usually you should not go for that, for the cross towards checkers if you have a bad spawn. You should wait for the smoke to pop if you have one, or try to jiggle pick, because the T's can get there before you. Same thing applies in gun rounds. If you have an op, you're not always going to be there first. It's very spawn based. So that gave Stanislaw an opening. I mean, it was obviously a sick shot. He's not going to make that shot very often, but this time he did, and that's all that counts. As we see NRG back into a force buy of their own. Optic is grouping towards the B bombs. I think they're going to try and go for a full execute. Yeah, Peter was very, very aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, that's a gamble angle. Because he can hold that same angle, but more to his left, so he's not exposed to where he got shot from. Well, let's see. Some of these Optic players are heavily tagged, but got big caught with a grenade in his hand. FugLy trying to hold things down in the vents, but oh dear. He's still going for it as well. tabseN makes his way in. Tarik with the off angle. LEGIJA still there with the scout. And finally, this madness will be put to a close, and an AK will be rescued. Optic Gaming, double the score of NRG. Money's been broken for the CT side. Look at this. Look at that. Look at this.
Would you look at that, James? Yep, definitely not looking good for NRG. Got 4-2 P250s in this round. Will buy again in the next round, but really have a long way to go before they can equalize the score. As we see Optic just rushing into the A bomb site as a group, throwing Molotovs on the way in as well.
Ding dong, NAF needs to go down. He will get taken down. And he will be the only person to get taken down. So another fast round from Optic. Let's get this round out of the way. They have nothing to offer us. They'll knock on our doors. We will close the door. Goodbye. No, we do not want to buy into your religion. 7-round lead for Optic NRG on the defense on their buy. No AWP for Peter. That's a crucial difference. It's a brutal difference. Tarik looking towards the middle area. That first angle he was holding in case a CT was crossing towards the short box. If you have a forward spawn, it can be favorable. mixwell and Rush looking to push through a smoke, perhaps. On the A site, indeed, mixwell's made his way over towards the boost position on A. tabseN may offer himself up. Oh dear, wasn't expecting that one. And he's expecting a second player. Needs to move forward before he gets taken down from highway. Rush going down, and Tarik in the meantime. That's always a good post-plant smoke to have, but the bomb is not on the site just yet. Oh, mixwell blinds! And this is a nice run for NRG, but they've only lost one player. Stanislaw looking to do more damage, but he will be unable to do so on this occasion. Opportunity knocks for NRG, but Optic are coming straight back with a full buy.
Yeah, Optic going for a bit of individual plays. They have the rounds to work with. They do get into the bomb site, but everyone's too spread around. They can't really get the bomb down. NRG does a good job of adjusting. But still, for them, it's winning consecutive rounds as Tarik goes for yet another aggressive peek and gets punished for it. Let's see if Optic can make something happen. With a man down, they decide to go for a 2-player boost. Rush and mixwell. There are tabseN and LEGIJA waiting for them in mid.
FugLy dancing around the smoke in main. No push from him, though. More defense coming in. Russia's got to be really careful. NAFly's there for support, but the CT support is superior. 3 people in mid, and Optic Gaming are getting crushed, just as NRG were on their T side. Stanislaw's got a pick. He doesn't have a smoke, but he's got 2 flashes. The CT's all bunching, well, 3 of them are bunching up together. Ooh, does he make a play towards B?
He has no idea what's going on at this point. There's no one site, no one highway, no one CT. He's so surprised. He was hoping to get a cheeky kill. But look at how passive NRG is playing. They don't want to give him a single kill, pretty much. They were waiting for the bomb to be planted. Now he's going to have some action towards main, and he gets traded. Good job from NRG, disciplined in that round. They could have been a lot more aggressive. They would have probably given away a kill or 2 to Stanislaw. But Stanislaw gets the bomb down, which is actually pretty big. Optic can buy if they want to. mixwell and Tarik can trade. One can drop the AK for the other, but they just decide to buy pistols, armor, a couple of smokes, which is pretty viable on cash. You can just go for the A smoke execute. You will most likely get the bomb down because a lot of teams play retake on that bomb site. And if you get lucky, you might even win the round. If they're playing in the site and you manage to get good timing on the flashes or flash through the smoke, you might get the kills, get the rifles, and then play the after plan situation.
So a fake towards the B bomb site. Might draw a 4th player over there. NAFly's made his way into Squeaky Door. Russia spotted, and somehow he's going to outduel an M4. Oh my god, tabseN's going to get fully wrecked over towards the car. Got B close, and he's going to get 1 taps as well by mixwell. He's done huge damage for his team. It's a 4 versus 2. What did the CTs do in this situation? LEGIJA. Ooh, that's a good nade. But in fact, Russia's behind the wall. Wasn't clear from the X-ray. So, how far will LEGIJA go? He's got $1,600 in the bank. Peter needs to hold on to his AWP, and he might need support from LEGIJA. Coming away from the site, there goes Stanislaw bouncing around,
Clock
but
is
for no
ticking,
longer.
James, clock is ticking.
Indeed it is. What is LEGIJA, what is he trying to do here? There goes his gun. And there goes Peter's gun as well. So, I mean, look at the money on the CT side. You're about to see it after the replays. Well, you'll see what they choose to do. I mean, we saw some absurd stuff with the P250 in this round.
Just a great round for mixwell, but it's up to FugLy as the first player or the anchor player on A, either to not move until he sees the bomb, or if he already started moving, play it from a full passive position. This way he was caught in between the two, so to speak, and misses his spray on the first player, doesn't even get the kill, gets killed by mixwell. tabseN is caught off guard because FugLy probably couldn't give information quickly enough, and at that point mixwell just gets the 3rd kill even and shuts the round down completely.
Look at the buy of the CT side. I feel like they threw some weapons away towards the end there. And now stuff's pretty bad. Lost highway, lost vision of highway. Nobody on the A side with a 3-man rotation. The bomb hasn't committed just yet. There's no smoke down, which worries me for the T side, but NAFly just wants to pop faces. Someone not getting fragged there. Oh, it could be 2, but it's 0. Peter and Godby remain. Things go from bad to worse. Lovely pop flash coming in, but there's a no-scope onto Tarik. And there's opportunity for NRG. Are they changing position? Peter might go for... Uh-oh, mixwell. There we go. That's the round shut down pretty much. And now NRG will go for the save. Peter getting out of there immediately. I do feel like they hung around for quite a while in the previous round. Both players tagged now. Pistols. mixwell will prevail. Match point, Optic Gaming.
And very, very weak buy for NRG for the last round. 2 P250s, 2 5.7s, 1 CZ. Smokes, flashes. But Optic can just play the range. They can go for an early boost. They can go towards the A bomb site just for contact. Use their Molotovs to clear close angles. And the round should be pretty straightforward for them.
tabseN playing around the smoke. FugLy will close the open door. 2 plays in Squeaky for Optic Gaming. mixwell seemingly looking for a boost from the CT side. Optic will just wait for the NRG utility to be exhausted. tabseN still has the smoke though, which is somewhat worrying for Optic. If he goes to re-smoke the main area, you do wonder what NRG will choose to do. Stanislaw deep towards the B-bomb site. tabseN spots Tarik, but he can't get the fatal connection. There it is. And he's still got a smoke grenade, so I do worry if he drops that soon. Never mind, he's being taken down. 53 seconds. That smoke may have made all the difference, although there is a smoke in main anyway.
He did, I think he dropped that smoke before he died.
Oh, marvelous, marvelous.
Just before he died.
I want to see the carnage. 40 seconds left, and FugLy dueling on his own. His two teammates are very far away. Stanislaw should be focusing on the middle entrances. What a brutal situation for NRG. Peter somehow makes it work. Oh dear. 2 versus 2. There's potential. There's potential. The flashbang. Godby's close. He can run on this. In he goes. mixwell caught on default. Rush is just about safe him, but down mixwell goes. 7 HP Peter and a 1 versus 1 with an AK. Again, if he goes to the left, he's got the shadow advantage on Rush. On the high ground, he falls to the low, and Rush will shoot him straight in the face. 16-8 in favor of Optic Gaming.
Yep, a pretty straightforward game for Optic. Unfortunately, I feel that second round loss in the second half for NRG really ruined their chances of a possible comeback.
Yeah, there was difficult times for NRG. 3 rounds. I mean, they won a pistol and then got wrecked soon after that. So that will be the end of that. Luminosity versus SK is coming up. Those are our next 2 and final games of the evening. That's after the break. Stay tuned. We will see you back here soon.